Right, the job for today and tomorrow is to rebuild this compost bin, which is all falling apart. I mean, this is all, you can just, it's all falling apart. So I need to rebuild this. But before I do that, I've got a big job of clearing a lot of brambles and weeds out of it, and then I can get on with it. But first, I've got a lot of weeds to clear out of here, and lots of bramble. And the trouble is, all this bramble is coming from the other side of the fence, so nothing I can do. I can just trim it and it'll just keep going back, but just have to keep on top of it. But some pretty nice big nasty bits. Right, quick progress report. I managed to get about a third of it done. There's still about 2/3 there that need to be sorted, but this was the one that had the most compost in it, so I've removed a lot of brambles and weeds and a lot of bits of rotten old wood, which will go in Tony's stove, I think, so it'll all be useful. Well, they'll be used anyway, don't know about useful. So slowly making progress. These pieces at this end are actually quite good condition, so I'm not moving these because I think they must have been put in at a later date for the rest of them, so I'm leaving this bit in place. These metal posts have been hammered in, so I'm going to leave these where they are, and the other pallets I'm going to just tie to these, and that's all I should need. Next job, dig out some of this compost so I can put the pallets in so they're level, and then I can get this third of it done, and then I'll tackle the rest another day. There were a lot of bindweed roots and rubbish which made digging difficult, but eventually I managed to get the ground level enough to put the pallets on. I didn't record putting the first pallet in, as it was mostly hammering metal bars into the ground. Right, the first pallet is on, and what I've done is to put it over this one that was already in the ground, and I've hammered in some metal pieces there and there, and that should hold it in place. If it wobbles, then I might put something from the outside. Got a few bits and pieces like this and a few more over here, so I'll use those to carry on. But it's fairly steady. And once this side gets filled in with a bit of mulch, and we'll put some compost in there, and the ground levels should be fine. And we've already started filling it up with a load of leaves. Serious amount of bindweed roots, plus old potatoes, bits of rubbish. Still a lot of crud in this compost. Right. That sort of looks about level. What's this? Flatten old plastic bottle. Crumbs. Still a little rubbish in here, but anyway. That's a brick, but that's okay. Doesn't matter if they're not perfectly level. At the end of the day, it's only a compost heap. Now the pieces that were already here are at a bit of a slant, so I made the best job of getting them in, but sometimes I need to push them this way a little bit, but because of those pieces that are already in the ground I can't push it, so it's a little bit uneven there. That corner's a little bit uneven because I can't push this that way anymore, but it'll do. It's only a compost bin on an allotment, so I'm not looking for any beauty prizes. So now that I've got this part done, I can cut this privet, and it is absolutely chocker with bindweed, so I'll have to take the bindweed out of it, cut the privet, and I can just chuck the privet in here for now, and that's going to give me a bit more space and I can carry on with the bins. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess back there, but I'll carry on and get this job finished today. Let's pull all the bindweed out of this hedge. There's a lot of it. There in the summer, like so many other jobs, I did get around to sorting this. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about it because it's all coming in from the other side of the fence. Just, you've only got to take your eyes off bindweed for a minute and it's everywhere. These shears need a good sharpening. I need the loppers for the other bits. The loppers for a few thicker stubborn bits. When I've got more time, I'll come in, cut it back, cut the top back a bit more. Use this, things like wire and bits of metal. There's metal bars in here, so I don't want to bring anything like petrol hedge trimmer or something, because it's like this piece of metal here is all covered in. There's bits of that in there, and there's some more in here hidden away, so I don't want to hit that and ruin a hedge trimmer, so I'll have to do it manually. Okay, I've done enough to get another piece in. Taking a look from a distance, we've done over half the compost bay area, but there was a lot of weeds and mess still to be cleared. There was so much in the way that I couldn't see the ground. So I've cleared this bit, and then this area seems to be, or seems to have been, a raised bed. Now, it's not in the best nick, but some of the timbers are still quite solid. A few little gaps there. And there's rubbish like bits of carpet and things, all sorts in here. Metal bars, railings, etc. So I might end up with the compost bin going up to here and then from here, depending on what the condition of the rest of it is, I mean obviously I've got to clear it, but once I've done that, it may be able to be used as a sort of raised bed. The problem is it's blocked by that privet hedge, and there's obviously millions of weed seeds in there. It's not going to be an easy place to cultivate, but might be able to put some things in here, because I think that is plenty big enough for a compost heap, and the rest of it can be a bed. We'll see what the condition is, because the timbers only go up to there, but the size of the metal bars that they've used to hold it in place, so I don't know, I'll see. You know, they're quite tall metal bars. Maybe that's all they had available at the time, but it seems a bit overkill to hold two timbers with a 1.5 metre tall metal bar. Right, I'll carry on, do the rest, and see. There's a lot of stuff actually in this hedge. You can see bits of wood and metal and all sorts in there, so and this, well, I can't lift it. Big metal bar that I can lift, but yeah. This long, about 4 meters long metal bar was in that bed over there, and once I pulled the nettles out, I mean this is all mat of nettle roots, so I'm going to just burn that, I think. Bits of wood and rubbish in here as well, but we're getting there. One thing that did grow well here, like a reed, was garlic mustard. So, well, I might go like that. That is the roots of nettles. Go in there. The nettles have gone growing through it. Right. Do that later. This more bloody heavy. It's heavy because it's got all this soil on top of it. Another netting. All the rubbish over there for now. Loads of bramble roots coming through here. You can lift it. Stuck with all the roots and stuff on there, but it's all the bindweed root that was holding it back, and back there it's all a load of bindweed roots and other things that had gone through. You can see there's bits left there, so I'll sort those out and bring you back. God, there's all sorts in here. Different bits in here. All sorts of roots going out of this. Oh, these bags with nettles growing out of them. So either there was something in there, or they'd put the nettle roots in there and just put them on the side and forgot about them, and it's grown out of it again. But oh, I don't want to open them, but just seeing like, yeah, a load of roots and stuff in there that years ago they must have put in there. Right, I'll sort those out. What I'll do is I'll cut the roots out and the rest of it can go in the bin. Is. Might be alright for edging a border or something. Where's that? Give it some nickel. Bag was full of bindweed roots. Of course it's just come out the bottom and gone all over the place. Oh dear. This bar out of the way. Getting it. Comes that. They do have some good roots on them.